Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome back to the channel. So today I'm going to be making a video that actually has been very requested. So requested that people have asked me to do this since like last year, and I'm just now getting to it. Yeah, it's basically how I got into Emory. I mean, there's really no clear answer to how I got in. A lot of it has to do with randomness and just pure luck. So I don't know how helpful this will be, but at least you'll be able to see what I think got me in. And you know, if you're having a similar route or you're trying to figure out what you want to do, maybe this will give you some insight into that. So yeah, let's just jump on in. I'm first gonna start out with scores and stats. So I honestly don't think it's a good idea that I tell you my SAT or ACT. I don't want you guys to feel like I'm hiding anything, but I just don't think it's necessary to share SAT or ACT, even with like anyone, like in general, just because it's kind of like something you should keep to yourself. It really, let me just tell you that the college process and college decisions are holistic. Like, I genuinely believe that. So I don't think you need a super high SAT or ACT. It obviously will help, but it's by no means required. And I'm saying, like, as long as you're in that percentage range, like within like the 25th and 75th percentile or you're better, that's perfect. Like, I say shoot for that range and you have a good chance, because a lot of your other factors do matter. Something I'd like to throw out there, GPA, honestly not important. I mean, that's a stretch, it's important, but to the extent of your weighted GPA, it really doesn't matter. Just compare yourself to your school. So I had like a 3.98 when I applied, I think, unweighted, and then I ended up with a I think it was like either 5.3 when I applied, and then I ended up with like a 5.72. That literally means nothing. A 5 point whatever, a 6 point blah, that doesn't mean anything, because all schools do it differently, your GPA system, so your weighting is obviously going to be different. And so if you do want to look at your weighting, really just compare yourself to the other people around you. Like, are they having the same type of GPA as you? Like, is everyone in the 5 ranges, or are people in the 6s? You know, my school, there was like no one in the 6s, so that's just like, I don't even need to strive for that. Being serious, 4.0 versus 3.98 doesn't make a difference. Next thing, classes. We're really hitting the academic standpoint right now. So classes, I took a total of 17 APs and 1 ACE course is what they call it. ACE is like some Cambridge program or whatever that basically only Florida schools do, I think. And it's not accepted in any college or university. You're not gonna get credit. So I recommend not doing that if you live in Florida. But APs are pretty useful, I will say, in college. If you want to use it to get credit, that means like you don't end up having to take it in college. And honestly, college courses are a lot more challenging than classes you'll take in high school, like your APs. So if you can do well in the AP exam, score 4 or 5 on them in high school, you should do that. So APs I took, oh god, I'm gonna look through it because I don't even know. Freshman year, I took AP Environmental Science. Sophomore year, I took AP Human Geo, AP Bio, AP Stats, and AP World History. Junior year, I took, these are all APs, so junior year, I took US History, Calculus AB, Computer Science, Physics 1, Chem, and Lang. And then senior year, I took Microeconomics, Macroeconomics, Calculus BC, Government, Literature, and Physics 2. So I took all those. Also, don't take 17. If your school does not offer that many, my school did, so I felt like I should just maximize as many as I could, and we didn't have to pay for AP exams, so I took as many as I could just because. And by no means did I pass all of these or score 4s or 5s on all of these. Other people, other schools will only offer like 4 of them. You can only take like up to 5 for all 4 years, and people will get like 4s and 5s, and that's the same thing, it doesn't matter. Like I said, you're just being compared to other students in your school. So at my school, the people that wanted to challenge themselves the most took like above 10 APs probably total. So that's just where that lies. That's basically the whole education academic standpoint for me in high school. Looking back now, was it all really necessary? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know how big of a factor that is into college decisions, but I do know that that's what I did, and I guess it worked. So, or at least it was sufficient. Now, moving on to extracurriculars. I got really involved in high school just because I liked being around people. I liked, you know, working with the school as much as I could. I wanted to make an impact. So I participated in a bunch of clubs. So what I did was my main clubs that I were partaking in the most were the ones that I had held leadership positions. So that was things like student government. I had done student government since my freshman year of high school. That was a lot of fun because, you know, you're planning things like prom, homecoming, powder puff, all the events that are going on campus. That's what we did. And so, you know, my sophomore year, I was vice president junior year, and the senior year, I was student body vice president. So I worked closely with a bunch of other leadership, and we just had a blast every year doing that. And then I also was involved in DECA. DECA is a business competition club. You probably know about it, maybe you don't, but it's basically where you go to, you know, your regional, state, and national level to compete in business cases, I guess. They're more like scenarios. So I competed in hotel and lodging services for hospitality industry. And that was my favorite club by far, just being able to travel to places like Orlando for states, and then going to California. We went to Anaheim my junior year, and then senior year we went to Atlanta. So my senior year, I placed at states. I got second, so that's how I was able to go to Atlanta. And Anaheim, I just participated in like one of their conferences or something, but it was really fun being able to compete because I met so many cool people, and if they're watching this video, hey. Oh, and I was president of DECA. Moving on, another club I did. I was president of my school's National Honor Society chapter. So every high school has it. What you're doing is community service, volunteering. So I just organized a bunch of volunteer events and led the meetings, our monthly meetings, and there's not too much of exciting things, but it was nice making impact on the community too. Oh, I also did green group. So I don't know, since freshman year, environmental science, that shit hit. It like hit right here. It led me to join my school's environmental group my sophomore year, and then I ended up being co-president junior and senior year. And that was a lot of fun because we would do things like beach cleanups, and we had t-shirts, and we do these initiatives throughout the school. And yeah, it was just like a little part of me that was like go green and wanted to make a difference in the world. So those are my four like main clubs I was a part of that I held like major roles in, I would say. So after that, I was also in orchestra, but I've been playing since I was in 3rd grade, and so 8th grade to senior year, I played in the youth orchestra in my city. So like the Philharmonic Youth Orchestra, just playing symphonies every Sunday. You meet up, play for hours, and then, you know, we'd have concerts in the hall, the concert hall we have. Now to the section about what I personally think got me in. What I think got me into Emory was really just my leadership and activities. So activities like NHS, Green Group, Student Council, DECA, those 4 were like my babies, and orchestra as well, and that's what I put most of my time into. And so I think talking about like the initiatives I started or things that I did in these clubs were what was most important, I guess, what stood out the most. Honestly, just pure luck. This process as a whole, as you can tell, actually maybe it's not even luck because I got rejected from a lot of schools, but I would still say it's luck. Like, I don't even know what got me in here and why I didn't get into UNC or something. I'm trying to think about my essays. My essays I feel like were alright. I mean, I wouldn't say they were amazing. I don't remember. I honestly don't even remember what I wrote for my essays, but I remember my Common App being kind of weird and funky, but like maybe that worked. I don't know. But the supplements, as to the supplements, I know there were like 2 supplements. I don't remember them being anything great. Maybe I just wrote about my clubs or something. But if you just write about something that impacted you and how it made you feel and, you know, things that make you stand out, then that's probably very helpful. Let me share some tips I have if you're in high school still and you're either applying or you're figuring out what you want to do in high school and how to impress colleges. What I'm saying is really find out as early as possible what you enjoy, what you like, what do you have passion in. So whether that be music or math or sports, whatever it is, really dive deep into it and figure out why you like it and why it's a big part of your life, and trying to share that with the admissions office, because usually it's always about something you care about. And it can be the weirdest things, the wackest things. That also applies if you're not even applying to college and you're just going into high school. Figuring out early on what you want to do in high school, maybe for life. Like if you like business, join clubs like DECA and really explore that. And all I'm saying is figure out what you like. Along that, you'll figure out what you don't like. And after you find the thing that you like, you can really go into detail and you'll be able to talk about it for hours. That's basically what I'm going to say, because that's where you're going to be able to pull most of your information from down the road if you need to apply to colleges or even just have a conversation with someone. Another tip I have is stay motivated for as long as you can. I know senioritis is the thing, but you have to really, really want it. To get into like Harvard, like Yale, Columbia, any Ivy League or anything in that sort, you really, really have to put in the work, is what I'm saying. Like, that's just the harsh reality of it all. Be realistic in your expectations and your goals, and if you are gonna strive high, you better work your ass off for it. So, I mean, like, doing as much as you can, like studying hard, making sure you pass those tests, you know, work as hard as you can on the SAT and ACT. Like you don't want to look back and be like, wow, I could have done better on the SAT. Okay, so I forgot to close this video, and I just want to say thank you guys for watching. Hopefully this gave you some more insight into the college application process. Maybe it didn't, maybe it did, I don't know. But that was basically my experiences in high school, what I got involved in, and the tips I had, or that I can think of at this moment. So yeah, thanks for watching. I don't know if I said give this video like, comment, subscribe, notifications, you know, all that jazz that YouTubers say. And yeah, if you do, then I can give you more videos and content like vlogs and college life and stuff, because I really do want to start doing that.